Pool of 40 detectives. Matt Haney was among the new recruits.
There was this community room that they had transferred into the bullpen. That's what they called it. And it was lined with desks all around the outside edge, and then these double rows of desks down the center, all back to back, and this constant hum of people talking on the phone. You'd be working along, and all of a sudden, one of the sergeants would stand up and say, "Hey, we just had remains discovered someplace out in the county," and just start pointing, you, you're all going. And everybody go out in the cars, and off we go.
"I'm sorry, this area here is closed. Thank you."
That became normal.
As everyone came together, those detectives that came in and had no clue about what was going on, it was all brand new, came in with the attitude, which was good, that something was wrong and we're going to solve this case in 6 months.
Over the next 6 months, almost 2 victims a week were being found, sending the new task force into a spin. There were now 26 women dead, 26 unsolved murders. Everyone was looking for the Green River Killer.
30 members of Explorers Search and Rescue Unit spent the day in the rain. They hoped to find clothing, jewelry, or other identification connected to the women on the Green River list.
The forensics team recovered thousands of items from the crime scenes, but the real clue lay in what they didn't find.
We sift every single piece of dirt, twig, anything that's there, and we never recover jewelry. So we knew the killer was taking the jewelry. And generally speaking, when a killer takes the jewelry, he's keeping it somewhere.
Where was the missing jewelry? If police could locate it, they could find the killer. By now, the case was all over the airwaves.
It's pretty scary. You know, 3 of them found by our school in just a short of time. I mean, this guy must be crazy.
Everyone was asking who was the Green River Killer. At the task force, the phones were jammed with tips about potential suspects.
Oh, there were thousands. I mean, not hundreds, but thousands of people that were tipped to us that really needed to be followed up on.
Out on the strip, undercover female officers posing as prostitutes hoped they would ensnare the killer.
I mean, you can sit out on the highway in a patrol car or as a plainclothes officer 24 hours and, you know, you have all sorts of characters out there. I mean, how do you pick the one that is the serial killer?
But the murders continued. Detectives now had a new fear.
All right, ladies, hold it right there. You're both under arrest. What? Prostitution.
The killer was a policeman.
There'd been a lot of focus that if it wasn't a police officer, then maybe an ex-police officer or someone posing as a police officer.
Get in the car right now.
I'm waiting for a friend.
I don't care. Get in the car right now.
Tell me your badge.
You're looking at it.
Anyone can buy a badge and use that, and unfortunately anyone can buy a gun.
We had tons of officers out there on the street. You just can't charge someone because they're doing all this weird stuff out on the highway, or they're circling the girls, or they're picking up the girls. That doesn't make the case.
We had no physical evidence that was going to connect us to any one suspect at this time, so it was a matter of tracking down these people who were picking up prostitutes and then backtracking with